Hi guys, the camera's a little bit of an odd color. Brilliant. Oh, is that why you're spelling I'm wrong? Because you're frightened? Good. Lovely. So, for those of you who have just joined us, Claire, I'm really glad you're here. It's lovely to see you. You don't have to say who you are every time. I know who you are. So those of you who've just joined us, yeah, can you send me individually? Mrs. Shaw, I know who you are, obviously. Can anybody else who's going to take part send me a WhatsApp to my number, okay? Not to the group, okay? So the WhatsApp is this number, okay? And if it's the first time that you've done this with me, can you give me your approximate level? So don't write me an essay, just give me your approximate level, okay? And then we can give you all stuff to do. Done, never sent a voice file before, which a lot of people haven't. Then can I remind you that you are going to hold down the microphone looking button on the app. So, for example, I've just brought up Mike, and here's Mike, and I'm going to hold down that button there, and I'm going to say, "Hi, Mike. This is Luke." It's going to tick away. I'm then going to release it. Okay. So I can see who's coming. Yeah. Good. So I've got a lovely one from Claire saying, "Bonjour, je m'appelle Claire." Now, so that other people can hear you, please, can you really speak up on your WhatsApps so that other people can hear you? Because I'm going to obviously repeat what you've said, you know, but it would really be appreciated if you guys could speak up. Gabby, tu m'as inspiré. He's inspired you. Yeah, so that would need an E on the end because you're feminine. Yeah? Right, so we've got...
What's up? I'm on here.
Okay, we've got on from Mike.
Oh, another 36 minutes or something. Say again.
Okay, we've got Amy. Hi. Amy, I want to voice one, but you know how to do it. Ben. Brilliant. Right, lovely. So anybody that's going to... Good. Ray, are you going to be joining us? So can I remind you the number? Okay, so let's get going. Okay, let's get going. And those of you that are going to keep joining me, all right, as we go through, I'll add people. So to begin with, so let's give everybody something. So Amy, can you say for me? So this is for Amy. Hi, Luke. How are you? Did it go well yesterday? Mike is going to be given. I heard it went well. Mrs. Shaw is going to be given. Did it's something? No. What should I give you? What is happening to you? And I want to remind you, Mrs. Shaw, that the verb to happen when it's happened to somebody is not the one that just happens generally. So you're looking for a verb that starts with an A. That's a bit of a challenging one. And can we have YouTube Ray? Lovely. Ray, can you do something happened? No, something is going to happen. And that's for Ray. And Gabby, Lovely. Gabby, I would like you to do, I am happy to see everybody. Okay. And I would like, that was for Gabby. Yeah, yeah, so that was for Gabby. And for Han, I would like something happened to him. Right, let's start work. Everybody, if anybody's not got anything, oh, it's Hannibal. Right, so I was thinking you were Haddy. Right, Hannibal, fine. All right, so off we go. Lovely. So Ray, I've got one from you saying salut Luc, c'est Ray ici. That's lovely and clear. Good. Ben, lovely Ben. Can I have I would have liked to see everybody earlier. Okay. Oh, yay. All the answers have come in together at the same time. Brilliant. Right. So let's take them in order. So, YouTube Amy was given. Was it going, did it go well yesterday? I think that's correct. Yep. So, did it go well yesterday? So the point I'd like to make is if you were talking about something happening, you were going to use se passer, which is a reflexive, which means if you were going in the past, you're going to use our poetry past system. So je me suis, tu t'es, il s'est. If you're talking about something happening, it's going to be like a he. So did it go well yesterday is it happened. Is it that it happened yesterday? So ce plus it happened yesterday. So can you use the verb I've just given you, which is se passer, Amy, in the past, in the reflexive, and can you insert a well in there? So is it that it happened well yesterday? Get back to me, Amy, okay? Right, so I'm looking for that from you, Amy. Wendy Shaw? Lovely. So Wendy Shaw has beautifully given me qu'est-ce que t'arrive? Now, only one tiny error. When you use qu'est-ce que, don't think, and well done, and what she's fantastically remembered here is that the verb to happen to someone is arriver, not se passer. You use arriver when something happens to someone, all right? What you need to remember, though, is that when you say qu'est-ce que, ending in a que, you're then going into a person, like you would with que any other time. So I think that Mrs. Shaw is beautiful. Je pense que Madame Shaw est belle. But if you're saying, if you're going into a verb, so for example, the woman blank knows me, la femme qui connaît, la femme qui me connaît, I'm going to use qui. So have a little think. What do you think we say instead of qu'est-ce que if I'm going into a verb? Yeah? Not qu'est-ce que, but think about what I've just said. So can you give me that one again, Wendy? But the verb was lovely. Okay? So only one tiny word to alter. Mike?
Okay, am I supposed to say what you...
Yes, you are. So again, Mike, you've used go. So you're another one that has used go. So remember what I've just said. Yeah, remember what I've just said. The verb to say something went well, you say it happened well. Yeah, I heard that it went well. Yeah, so you're going to use se passer in the past with well. Have another go. YouTube, Gabby. Lovely, Gabby. Je suis content de voir tout le monde. That's lovely. That's beautifully pronounced. All right, lovely. So that one's fine. So a new one for Gabby. I am happy to be able to speak to them. That's Gabit. Lovely. Next one. Lovely. So I've had from Hannibal, quelque chose lui est arrivé. And that's lovely. I'm going to write that one out for people. Quelque chose. 2 words for quelque chose. Lui est arrivé. Now, some accents would pronounce the link on that. So could you, Hannibal, give me the link on that word? Could you say it again for me with the link? With the liaison. So Ray, yours isn't bad, but think of the order. Oh, sorry, think of the accent. Quelque chose va s'est passé. Is that showing me what I need there? I need the infinitive with the reflexive. Think of the pronunciation there. You've given me quelque chose va s'est passé. We use the sound say somewhere else. So I think that might just be a pronunciation issue. Have another go, Ray. Good. So Ben said, j'aurais aimé voir tout le monde plus tôt. Now, I would have liked to have seen everybody. J'aurais aimé voir tout le monde plus tôt. I am a big linker in French. I'm a big pronouncer of liaisons. Some accents don't. You know, I've got friends, you know, Mrs. Shaw has met them. You know, they more than likely would say, je suis allé rather than je suis allé. I'm a big liaison speaker. But I myself wouldn't always say j'aurais aimé. I'd say j'aurais aimé. Yeah, okay. So that's good though, Ben. Okay. So Ben's next thing is I am happy that everybody is here. Ben, lovely. I have to put the person at the beginning, otherwise I just can't find it later. Good. Going as fast as I can. Amy. Lovely, Amy. Now think. Est-ce que ça s'est passé was handled skillfully? Well done. So everybody, to happen in the past is how we say something went in the past. Something went well, something went badly. But where are you popping bien? What's the sort of little rhyme I give you for adverbs? Adverbs go after verb number 1 most of the time. If you're using the poetry pasts, je me suis, tu, t'es, il, s'est, plus a verb, you've already used a verb. So if adverbs are going after verb number 1, you have another go, Amy, and you think where bien is going to go. All right? I need to turn the lock off my phone because every time I answer anybody, I have to do the lock. Mrs. Shaw? Yes, well done, Mrs. Shaw. So, qu'est-ce qui t'arrive? So, a lot of people forget this. You know, what is, if you've got, what am I doing? So, qu'est-ce que, hi, Maliwan. Just give me 1 second. Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive? Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive? Lovely. Okay. Mrs. Shaw has correctly written qu'est-ce qui t'arrive, because you can't say qu'est-ce que, because que is always followed by a person, a subject, doing a verb. If you look at qu'est-ce qui t'arrive, what's coming next is what is it that is happening to you? It's going into a verb. Yeah, so qu'est-ce qui se passe, qu'est-ce qui t'arrive. Yeah, it's qu'est-ce qui, not qu'est-ce que. Okay, which I know is new for the mouth, but well done. So this is the what question when you've then got straight into a verb. Well done, Mrs. Shaw. Difficult. Lovely. So can you, on the same note then, Mrs. Shaw, can you give me what happened to them? So still in this mode of happening to someone, in the past this time, and with a them. Good. Quelque chose lui est arrivé. Lovely. Hadi. Right. So Hannibal. So next thing for him. Okay. I am happy that it never happened. And that is for Hannibal. Yep, okay. Abby? Gorgeous. So I gave Gabby, I'm happy to be able to speak to them. And she gave me, je suis content de pouvoir leur parler. So you can stack infinitives. On that note, Gabby, I'm going to give you, I am happy to continue to try to be able to do it. As crazy as that is, Gabby, I'd like you to try and do that one just to prove a point. Yeah. Ray? That's lovely. Now, Ray, I have a rule. So when you get a little bit more advanced, people always want to stress what they're doing with their grammar, and they want to say, "Can you see what I'm doing here, Luke? Can you see my marvelous grammar?" And I'm always really impressed and proud. But the fact is, don't stress correct answers. Just say them normally. Because in French, we don't stress them. It's just normal French. So say it again one more time. I promise I'll make it up to you. But can you just say it to me smoothly? Yeah, say it to me. Quelque chose va se passer. Quelque chose va se passer. Say it smoothly. Don't stress the correct pronunciation. I teach a lovely chap called Murray, who's very talented, but he always stresses when he does something correctly. That's not French, is it? Quelque chose va se passer. Off you go. Say it to me one more time. So never stress if you've got a subjunctive going on, if you've got, little relative pronouns, duquel, à laquelle, whatever. Never stress grammar. Just use grammar. Okay? That's lovely. Quelque chose va se passer. Lovely. Okay, so the next one, Ray, is Luke went to bed quite late last night because he had gone out. Luke went to bed quite late last night because he'd gone out. What a tale of debauchery lies in store. Lovely, Amy. Est-ce que ça s'est bien passé? We could have est-ce que ça s'est, another adverb. So, Amy, your new one is had it, Amy, not has it. So, had it gone badly? As in the time before, had it gone badly? That's Amy. Lovely. So, est-ce que ça s'est bien passé from Amy? Did it go well? Est-ce que ça s'est bien passé? Lovely. Ben? So Ben, well done for recognizing soit, well done for recognizing the subjunctive. Ben has given me je suis content que tout le monde est soit. If you're trying to use there, like instead of here, I get that, but that's the wrong pronunciation. So just use the word there, yeah, la at the end, rather than e. Okay, you could use ici or you could use la in this case, but go with la. Okay, I'm happy everybody's here, there. That's the word we use. But now say it for me properly. Yeah, I'm happy that everybody's here. Let me hear it cleanly. Hannibal?
Je suis content que ça ne se soit jamais passé.
Lovely. Je suis content que ça ne soit jamais passé. Okay, lovely. So, if you listen to Hannibal's one, I'm happy that never happened. We're bringing in a subjunctive. Yeah, we're bringing in an adverb. Yeah, okay. And we're putting them together. So I'm just going to write for you so you guys get that. So je suis content is obviously I'm happy. Que, and whatever comes next is going to be subjunctive. So that happened is going to be ça s'est passé. See? That never happened. Without the subjunctive would be ça, ça c'est, sorry, ça ne c'est jamais passé. So look at that. You'll see, as I've been trying to tell Amy, that the adverb is going after the verb in the past. And all I'm going to do for the subjunctive, let's just copy paste, and then we haven't got to write the whole thing out again. On va copier-coller, comme ça on va pas devoir réécrire toute la même chose. Voilà, attends un petit moment. Yeah. Yeah. Or orally, to be honest with you, we get away with ça sur jamais, yeah, ça sur jamais passé. Okay, good. So the next one for Hannibal is, after doing a class, I was keen to drink something. And this was a ballet class. This wasn't like, after teaching you lot, I needed alcohol. I don't mean that. So last night, after doing class, I was keen to drink something. Keen, looking forward, whatever your mind is going to use to get the vocabulary. Yabi? Good, so Gabby, good idea. So je suis content. Now, almost perfect, Gabby. So what Gabby's been doing really well is acknowledging that you can stack infinitives. So I'm going to try to finish it. Je vais essayer de, le finir. All you need to remember is that certain verbs do have prepositions after them. So continuer à. You do sometimes see continuer de, but I use continuer à. You can have both essayer de. But the first preposition is the interesting one. So when you come out of, I call it the trampoline preposition. So that means I'm happy to see Mrs. Shaw. Je suis content de voir. Now, often in French, you'll have a little saying that'll be like, easy to do, whatever, something. And that will be an a. You will see an a if you've got something, and then ending in one verb. Okay? Nothing to see, rien à voir. You'll use an a. But if you're going on in a sentence, a lot of the time it will be a de. So can you just do that again for me? But can you remember that the first preposition, the first one after the adjective is going to be the de. We all make sure we understand this. If we've got I am happy to see, if you look at it, the first verb has not got another verb before it. You're in the infinitive out of nowhere. Yeah, there's nothing getting us there. We're like, whoa, what am I doing up in the infinitive? So, je suis content de voir. Okay, good. So go again, Gabby, but that was good. So Wendy has managed, qu'est-ce qui said correctly. So she was asked to do what happened to them, if I'm not mistaken. And she said, qu'est-ce qui leur sont arrivés. So, qu'est-ce qui, well done, 4 marks for acknowledging qu'est-ce qui. When we said something happened to them, we said to him, we said lui est arrivé, okay, or something like that, or whatever. So my point is, the something is doing the happening. The something is doing the happening. And I know it's a bit weird because you're using, and well done because you've got a verb to be, and you've correctly done a verb to be because arrivé does use be, and which is odd because it's very rare indeed because you're using the verb to be with a pronoun in the middle of it, which I know is really weird because normally you wouldn't do that. If you've got a verb that uses be and then you stick someone in the middle of it, other than reflexive, you'd use have. So I went out, je suis sorti. I took out the pencil case, j'ai sorti. But with arrivé as happening to someone, you're keeping it as the verb to be. So if I asked you, Wendy, to say that arrived, like he arrived, that arrived, what would your auxiliary be for a single thing in the past, in the verb to be? So have another go at that. But the le part was great and the qu'est-ce qui part was great. Very tough one, that one. So, okay, Ben, so you didn't get that. Right, so je suis content que tout le monde est là. Je suis content que will give me the subjunctive, Ben, okay? You used the word soit earlier because that's the subjunctive of the verb to be. Want, need, doubt, fear, impersonal or emotional. If you don't know what that refers to, email me at Logic Language. Yes, Mrs. Shaw, but can you say it? Can you email me at logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com and I will send you the video links on the subjunctive. For now, Ben, I think you know it. I am happy that is an emotion, so it will elicit the subjunctive. So that means the first verb after que will be in the subjunctive. So I am happy that, je suis content que, everybody, lovely, or whatever, you know, whatever it is. First verb needs to be in the subjunctive. Okay, lovely, I can't see. Lovely. So first verb in the subjunctive. So can you please send me that then, Ben? I am happy that everybody, subjunctive there, all right? Oh, so you're just randomly typing, Mrs. Shaw, okay. So you've just beautifully, Amy, so Amy's just said, est-ce que ça s'avait mal passé? When, Amy, you've just beautifully done, ça s'est bien passé. What verb auxiliary did you use in the middle, Amy? Because it was se passer, it was reflexive. What verb, which auxiliary verb does any reflexive verb have in the past, Amy? Would you say it was être or avoir? Which one would you say it is? Have a little think, go again. So you're right that using avoir to go into had will give me avait. But if I were using another verb in the middle, what will that give me? Have another go. This is so useful to target everybody's individual learning curve. I really find this great. Lovely. So Luc est allé au lit is literally Luke went to the bed, but there's a verb to go to bed. It involves the word couche in some context. Yeah? Se coucher. Heard of it? Reflexive verb to go to bed. So can you go again using that? Mike? Good. So Mike has given me, après avoir fait un cours, j'avais envie boire quelque chose. Only one missing word. What happens with your avoir? This is like I was talking about earlier. Think about it. When you say, so phrases that use avoir, have you ever noticed the word that comes after them a lot of the time is a noun? People go, why do you say you have hungry in French rather than you are hungry? Because you're not saying you are hungry, you're saying you have hunger. Faim is a noun for hunger. Peur is a noun for fear. Honte is a noun for shame. Envie is a noun for desire. So we've gone, like I was just saying to Gabby, we've gone from a noun into the verb. I need my trampoline. So j'avais besoin parler. J'avais envie parler. So could you give me that again, Mike? Sorry, those of you that happen to be patient. I'm going in the order that I get them. Lovely. J'avais, après avoir would be a nicer link. J'avais envie de prendre boire. Yeah, ou j'avais envie de boire un coup, ou j'avais envie de boire quelque chose. So boire un coup, it's a phrase for have a drink. Boire un coup. Yeah, okay. Prendre quelque chose, which I'll write in the short form, à boire. Yeah. Prendre à boire. Yeah. Yeah. Picoler, to get drunk. Lovely, Hannibal. So the next thing is I'm used to having I'm used to seeing the Italian guy behind the bar, but it was was the one I don't like. There's this one guy, he's just this Mexican guy. He's really smiley and friendly, but he's just so slow with drinks. So I'm used to, this is a hotel in Marylebone I go to, so I'm used to seeing the Italian guy behind the bar, but it was the one I don't like. That is for Han. Okay. Okay. Lovely. Next up, we're up to Wendy. Lovely. Qu'est-ce qui leur est arrivé? Qu'est-ce qui leur est arrivé? So what happened to them? Lovely. Qu'est-ce qui leur est arrivé? So the thing to remember then with this arrivé verb, whether it's past, present, or anything, is you're going to use qu'est-ce qui as the question. And when you bring in people, it's happening to someone. So qu'est-ce qui m'arrive, qu'est-ce qui t'arrive, qu'est-ce qui nous arrive, qu'est-ce qui vous arrive won't pose a problem. What's happening to him? Qu'est-ce qui lui arrive? What's happening to them? Qu'est-ce qui leur arrive? Okay, lovely. Well done, Wendy. I realized that I hadn't received, no, I realized that we hadn't received our drinks. And you probably need to say got your drinks, so I'm helping you out. We haven't received our drinks. Even after waiting for 15 minutes. There's only us in there. I realized that we hadn't received our drinks even after waiting for 15 minutes. Think how you'd say after eating, after waiting, okay? And that was for when sure. Okay. Ben? No, Ben. No. Je suis content que soit tout le monde là. No. So, Ben, you're really not understanding this. I'm going to say this again. Good job for trying. When you use the subjunctive, only that verb changes. Your first verb changes. I am happy. So if you said everybody is there, tout le monde est là. Let's just look at that. Tout le monde est là. Oh, hang on. Thank you. If I'm going subjunctive with my soit word that you clearly appear to know, so if you put something before that, for example, all you're going to do when you use subjunctive is swap your normal verb into a subjunctive verb. So what that means for you, Ben, is that what's the verb in tout le monde est là? Est. That needs to change into the subjunctive verb. In this case, soit. All right? So can you please, and I will send you the videos on doing this, can you please, Ben, say for me, I'm happy that everybody is there, but you're going to have to change is into the subjunctive verb. All right? Good. Amy? Lovely, Amy. Est-ce que ça s'était mal passé? So what we're learning, one of the focuses of today is that if we are using the be verb, which this verb does, se passer takes be because it's reflexive, you're going to have to use été. You know, had, middle word had, French, means imperfect. So I went, je suis allé, verb in the middle, être. I had gone, j'étais allé. So don't always assume that had means avait. I ate, j'ai mangé. I had eaten, j'avais mangé. Fine. But you're dealing with an avoir verb. If you are dealing with either a reflexive verb in the past or a verb from the être list, you will not be using avait, will you? Yeah? So he left, il est parti, he had left or he'd left, il était parti. Good. So can you now, Amy, do for me? I was with my Russian mates. The ones I told you about. Here's your clue. The ones, I'm pointing, I told you about being a preposition, but I'm reversing the sentence. Right? That is for Amy. Anybody else that's watching that wants to join in, by all means, send me a WhatsApp. Again, I'll remind you, if you've not yet had anything, by all means ask. I think I've lost poor Claire. Well done, Gabby. So, je suis contente de. Lovely. That's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Exactly. Je suis contente de. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Lovely. All right. Carrying on then for Gabby. So, everybody was drinking. I enjoyed myself. That is for Gabby. Okay. If you are a little bit lost, can I just ask you to think about the present tense, work your way down it, of the verb to drink? You might find something there that will help you for the was. Everybody was drinking. I enjoyed myself is the past. Off you go. And I'm not condoning the use of alcohol. Ben? Yes, je suis content que tout le monde soit là. So Ben, to make this clear, if you use a subjunctive thing on the left, so want, need, doubt, fear, neutral, or emotion, then cut in the middle, the first verb that comes after the cut will be in the subjunctive. Quick reminder, if you're using an a verb, er verb, only the nous and the vous changes. Ion and ie. So, je suis content que tu manges, qu'il mange, que je mange, que nous mangions, vous mangions, vous mangiez. If you're using, so ion and ie, if you're using a soft hard verb, then everybody goes hard. So, que je suis content que je vende, que tu vendes, qu'il vende, qu'il vende. And again, vendions and vendiez for the nous and the vous. That's how they generally work. Other verbs are irregular, like soit for be, a for have, fas for do. Yeah, okay. So Ben, your next one is I am happy that I went. Think, Ben, how normally you'd say I went. Bum, bum, bum. Think of the verb in the middle. Put that verb in the middle in what it needs to be if you're saying, I am happy that. Remember the first verb after the that, when you've introduced a phrase that's going to evoke the subjunctive, is going to be subjunctive. All right? That's for you, Ben. Bloody everywhere, the subjunctive in French, can't get away from it. Hannibal? Well, I didn't say I hate Hannibal. You've taken it up a level. But yeah, so Hannibal has given me, j'ai l'habitude, so I'm used to seeing, so avoir l'habitude de, or you can also say être habitué à. So je suis habitué à, or j'ai l'habitude de. So Hannibal's gone, j'ai l'habitude de voir le mec italien derrière le bar. Good. Not derrière de, that some people say, but it was the one I don't like. Hannibal's given me, mais c'était celui que je déteste, or celui que je n'aime pas. Notice it's celui que, not the one who, not celui qui, because I am then coming in, the one that I, new person. Yeah? So celui que je déteste. Okay? Lovely. Hannibal, he annoys me. He is annoying. I was annoyed. And then just for a bit of colloquial, he pisses me off. The first three you can do with the same verb, your verb of choice for annoy. Okay? Actually, just for you, Hannibal, to push you, do the first three sections of that twice. Do it once with a verb which begins with an E, and once with a verb that begins with an A. So in fact, I'm going to hear, he annoys me, he is annoying, I was annoyed. That is going to be said twice, using first with the verb E, then with the verb A, and then you can just colloquially say he pisses me off. Yay, Mike.
Oh my god, my video wasn't working the whole time. It was frozen on the entire screen. It's frozen. That's shit. Okay, I'm here.
So what did I give Mike last? Can't remember. Okay, so Mike, I'm going to give you, I had difficulty seeing you. Think what the phrasal verb is to have difficulty doing something. Think where you're going to go tense-wise. I had difficulty seeing you. Yeah? And don't stress, because you can watch it back, because it's about other people's stuff as well. Yay, Wendy. So, I realized, Wendy, is the reflexive verb se rendre compte. So if you're going in the past with the reflexive verb, se rendre compte, okay? Let me hear that again. Good. On n'avait pas reçu was beautiful. We hadn't received. On n'avait pas reçu. Lovely. We're using the had. We could have said nous n'avions pas reçu. Fine. We could have dropped the ne. We could have said on n'avait pas reçu or nous avions pas reçu. We could have dropped the ne conversationally, but that's great. After waiting, how would I say after eating? Après, what happens? Après something. And then what happens at the après avoir past form, isn't it? Yeah, after having waited. Yeah, so I'm going to need the past form of that. So reflexive for the first section. The bit in the middle was gorgeous. Bit at the end, after having waited. Okay, and did you say depuis? I think you did. Yeah. We'd use for 15 minutes. Because you're not still doing that behavior. And what's the word for in the past? Also beginning with a P, but not pour. Okay, good. So just divide them all up separately. Okay. Gabby? So Gabby's given me tout le monde buvait. I enjoyed myself. Je m'amusais. So first things first, well done, Gabby. Where did she get buvait from? Okay. Lovely. So bu, push this U up. Tout le monde buvait. So tout le monde buvait. Ou u. Lovely. Where did we get this from? Where do we get irregular imperfects from? We check the we tense. We don't, there's no such thing as the we tense. We check the nous at the present tense. Tout le monde buvait because je bois, tu bois, il boit. Nous buvons. So we use buvant and we use it as a little model. Anytime you've got a shitty verb that you think, I do not know how to stick this in the imperfect, go to the we in the present tense. So nous finissons, je finissais. Nous prenons, je prenais. Nous apprenons, j'apprenais. Yeah, always use the nous if you're not sure where to go for the imperfect. We don't use vous, even though vous ends in an A, so most of the time it sounds the same. It's just habit that we get into because sometimes it'd be like vous dites, vous faites, you know, so nous faisons, je faisais, nous disons, je disais, okay? So lovely. Now, so you said je m'amusais, I was enjoying myself. Now, arguably, I always teach, I enjoyed myself, one word in the past. I did a video on this week, Gabby, if you keep your eye out for it. It's basically saying if you only hear one past verb, your go-to, your default in French is the one with the auxiliary. That would be the tense, unless you heard repetition, description, mental state, or if. So for my mind, I enjoyed myself. Fine, je m'amusais, I was enjoying myself, but I would go with the action past of I enjoyed myself. So could you give me that again, Gabby? But could you put the verb s'amuser correctly identified into the passé composé? Could you change tense? Lovely. Nice. Je suis content que je sois allé. Lovely. Okay. Ben, can you give me? I am happy that Luke is doing this class with me. Yeah. Mike. So Mike has given me j'avais mal de te voir. Now, this is all about the power of muscle memory. J'avais mal is marvelous French for I was in pain. J'ai mal, aïe, j'ai mal. Yeah, j'ai mal à la tête. No, I don't, because I always drink lots of water before going to bed. Je bois toujours beaucoup d'eau avant de me coucher, especially after having drunk alcohol. Surtout après avoir bu de l'alcool. But I need you to think, Mike. Il faut que tu réfléchisses. I need you to use the expression to have difficulty. Yeah? Il faut que tu utilises l'expression avoir something mal à. Have another go. Essaye encore une fois. So Amy's given me j'étais avec mes amis russes, which was lovely and nicely linked up, nice mouth. Ce que, those that I told you about. Those of whom I spoke to you. I'm going to give you the answer straight away because you're going. Ce dont je t'ai parlé. So if you have a look, I told you. And in French, we use talk about rather than say tell about. Okay, so je t'ai parlé de mes amis. So the friends I spoke to you about, les amis dont je t'ai parlé. Anybody who doesn't get why de becomes dont, you need the relative pronouns video or email me logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com and I will send you that video. All right? Say what you want, obviously. Okay? So it would be those, well done, ce, because I'm not saying these Russians, ces Russes. Yeah, I'm using celui, celle. I'm using all the shortcut, those, this one, that one, you know, celui, celle, all that business, because I'm not saying a noun. I'm not saying these Russians. So well done with ce, but of whom, about which, ce dont je t'ai parlé. Okay, lovely. Lovely, Amy. See you next week, my darling. Ray? So Luke went to bed. I want you to give me Luke went to bed. The verb is se coucher. Do it with Luke went to bed using se coucher. Yeah? So Luke est allé au nuit. We've said that makes sense, au lit, but we use the verb se coucher. So stick se coucher in the past for me, Ray. Last night is going to be yesterday evening. So try again. So because he had gone out, lovely. So parce que and il était sorti. Think what's going to happen pronunciation-wise between que and an il. Yeah? So Luke went to bed, use the verb se coucher. Yeah? Think about that. Yesterday evening, think about that. Because he had gone out. You've done the tense beautifully, Ray, well done. But what's going to happen pronunciation-wise between parce que and il? Lovely. Then, Hannah? Lovely. I'd like the same thing again. So well done. I'd like the same thing again. I'd like you to remember that when you use the acute, which is what you're going to have there, that it's a quick sound. So you don't say il est énervant. You don't say that. Yeah. Also, I think we've got room for a link there, a liaison. Il est. What's going to happen if I said he's here? Il est ici. Yeah, so have a little try with some links. Same thing again, those are exactly the two verbs I was wanting. So what he's done beautifully is recognize that most verbs we can use different ways. So for example, interesting, intéressant, interested, intéressé, that interests me, ça m'intéresse. We can change stuff around. Have you gotten as far as that pisses me off? Let's have a listen. Il me saoule is completely correct French, but the French phrase I want involves the verb chier, to shit. Have another little think. He pisses me off. Yeah? Have a little think about that last one. If you don't know it, you don't know it. But have a go with the pronunciation of the first three again. So, you know, a and e are both open mouths, so think what's going to happen with the link. But good. Ben? Good. Ben, you have got a lovely warm voice, but I'd like you to aim your voice in a line. Ouais, je suis content que Luc fasse ce cours avec moi. Or even slowly, je suis content que Luc fasse ce cours avec moi. Your French needs to come from underneath and it needs to be more supported, okay? Tu vois, il faut que tu parles d'une manière plus soutenue. You need to link it all together and support it from underneath. Good, Ben, though. Carrying on. After doing it, I feel good. That's for Ben. Good grief, I look tired. Yay, Gabby. Gabby, I asked you to put the verb s'amuser in the past, and you give me je m'ai amusé. What is the auxiliary as standard if you are using a verb reflexively in the past? It ain't avoir. In the past, reflexive verb, as Mrs. Shaw's brain will be telling you right now, poetry past. What are the poetries? What are the poetries? Non, non, non. Tu, t'es, il, c'est, nous, nous sommes, vous, vous êtes. What's the poetry for je? Have another go, Gabby. Okay, so j'avais du mal, Mike. So the expressions that have difficulty doing something is avoir du mal à. Okay? So, like I was saying earlier, although mal can also be an adverb, you know, like badly, any of these expressions that use avoir, you are having a noun. J'ai mal, j'ai soif, j'ai honte, j'ai peur, j'ai envie, j'ai besoin. All of those, j'ai froid, j'ai chaud. All these words are nouns. Tous ces mots sont des noms. Yeah, you are in possession of these things. Tu es en possession de ces choses. Okay, so j'avais du mal at. That's lovely, Mike. All right. So next one for Mike. Okay. It's weird. He has difficulty remembering it. Remember, Mike, that remember is an ABC verb. And if you are altering it around, it might become an ACB verb, all right? If you find that a bit challenging, Mike, can you just give me, it's weird he has difficulty remembering something, and just say the word something. But otherwise, I'd like you to try the one I've just given you. Remember, it's weird is going to do something. Wendy? Lovely. So je suis, but Wendy, remember, it's an se rendre compte. Yeah? You render yourself count. As I've just said, and as well you know from other verbs, if I went in the reflexive and in the past, I would need the poetry past. What's the poetry for myself? Yeah? Qu'on n'avait pas reçu nos boissons, our drinks. Yeah? Yeah, drinks. Boire is to drink. Yeah? Lovely. Even after waiting, même après avoir attendu. Lovely French. After having past word. After having past word. Yeah? You're talking about the past. After having past word. Après avoir attendu. Après être parti. It's always going to be past word. Yes, well done, well done. She's just said, and I'm wondering now if I sort of said je me suis. Indeed, you should. So just make it comfortable. Can you say, I've just spotted that, my darling. So could you say for me, he realized? He realized. Just say for me, he realized. Good. And Wendy's next one is, I didn't realize what, I didn't realize, comma. I didn't realize, but I agreed in the past with what non-question Luke was saying. To your point, Wendy, you've got nice little sentences that are going to be linking up. But don't get overwhelmed. Just think that one, that one, that one. I didn't realize. You've just done I realize, so make it negative. But I agreed. You know how to say I agree. So pop it. It's something going on up here. Pop it in the past it needs to be in. With what as a non-question Luke was saying. Okay, so we're just to push you gently. We're doing easy stuff. Not easy. It's very complex. But what I'm saying, stuff you're familiar with in longer strands. Have a little go. So that's for Wendy. So yes, to learn from that, après avoir will always then go into, oh, message from Wendy already, so I'll get it while we're here. Lovely, lovely. Il s'est rendu compte, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So you've done that one already, so you've got your new one to do as well. Brilliant. Ray? Luc s'est couché hier soir. That's it, Ray. Lovely. Luc s'est couché hier soir parce qu'il était sorti. Bravo, c'est exactement ça. Fais attention, be careful. Tu dois, I'm trying you, I hope that's okay, Ray. Tu dois faire attention à ton accent. You need to be careful with your accent. Luc s'est couché, ou. So try to vibrate. Essaye de faire vibrer, enfin ici, le torse, the chest. Lovely, Ray. So your new one is, everybody enjoyed themselves, although the drinks are quite expensive there. Here's your clue. Bien que plus subjunctive. Although. Then good. So after doing it, après l'avoir fait. After doing it, après avoir fait. After doing, après l'avoir fait. For those of you who are following, when we've got a pronoun, we are going to stick it before an infinitive. So bits before verbs unless there's an infinitive. So if you don't understand anything that's going on with this class, mail me the section you don't understand. So say, I didn't understand this sentence, and I will send you the appropriate video. So after doing it, après avoir fait, après l'avoir fait, je me sens bien. Good. Well done, because je me sens is going to require an adjective. I couldn't think of English. J'avais du mal à penser en anglais là. So it's going to require an adjective. Je me sens bien. Okay. You can also say je me sens bien dans ma peau. I feel good in my skin. Okay. Nice, Ben. Today I am happy the weather is nice. Try and use the expressions that start il something for the way we talk about the weather. Today I'm happy the weather is nice. I didn't sleep a lot, but I am keen to go out. The verb to be keen is to have something, to do something, and it's a word beginning with an H. So like Wendy, divide it up. Lots of little things, but divide it up. Gabby. That's it, Gabby. Now, you need to push your muscle memory. You've done a lot of thinking on your own in French. You're now talking. Je me suis amusé. Good. Blow it. Je me suis amusé. Practice what you're saying. So find out what it is grammar-wise, everybody. Okay. Donc d'abord, effectivement, vous allez bien corriger la grammaire. Le grammaire, you're going to make sure that it makes sense. After that, you're going to attach it. Ensuite, vous allez l'attacher. Then you're going to say it quickly. Ensuite, vous allez le dire aussitôt que aussi vite que possible, as quickly as possible. Yeah, get into the habit of blowing it out. Yeah, blow it out. Lovely, Gabby. Okay. Because the sky is blue, I am going to go for a walk. Which will be a reflexive verb at the end, Gabby. Hannibal, I think. Good, all good apart from the last one. Je suis pause énervé. Lovely. So you need to think where you're going to put the stress. You don't go il est énervé. Je suis énervé. Okay, even if you're going to stress the énervé, you still link. Mais je suis énervé. Il m'énerve. Link it still. Okay. Yeah, il me fait chier. So everybody, the expression to piss someone off is faire chier. So he pisses me off. Il me fait, and then the verb chier, which is the shit. He makes me shit. Now you might go, Luke, that's revolting. C'est dégueulasse. But when you say he pisses me off, quand tu dis en anglais he pisses me off, est-ce que vous pensez à cette expression littéralement? Do you literally think of this expression? Do you think of pissing? Pardon the language. No, you don't. So, ça, oh putain, ça fait trop chier. You can say that's annoying, that makes shit. Oh, c'est chiant. It's shitting. That's just annoying. It's the slang French for annoying. It's everywhere in French. C'est partout en France. Yeah, you need to be able to use this expression. Vous avez besoin de devoir, vous avez besoin de pouvoir utiliser cette expression. Yeah, it's really, really common in France. C'est très commun en France. Elle est commune en France. If you say it is common about the expression. Lovely. So next one for Hannibal. Luke should have eaten something before starting it because now he's knackered. More slang for you, Hannibal. You like phrases, you like phraseology, you like idioms. So he's knackered. Slang word for French. Slang word for French. Slang word for tired. De l'argot pour fatigué. J'ai failli, I almost said it, j'ai failli le dire.
C'est bizarre qu'il ait difficulté de s'en souvenir.
So, Mike, we've just agreed that the verb to have difficulty doing something is avoir du mal à. Agreed? We've just agreed that that was what the verb is, avoir du mal à. C'est bizarre que, what's going to happen after it's, an it's expression? We're going to go into something, can't we? Yeah? So it's happy that il use avoir du mal à, but deal with it appropriately. Now, and if you've got de, well done with the en, lovely. But if we've got a de, what form of a verb comes after a de? What form of a verb comes after any preposition? Only one form of a verb can come after a preposition. That is the infinitive. Yeah. So don't worry, Mike. That was just because I gave you 3 different ingredients. That's a good lad. So I've given you 3 different ingredients to put together. So go again. So this is just what progressive learning is, all right? So give me. He had difficulty remembering it. Is that what I gave you? No. It's weird that he has difficulty remembering it. So think if it's weird that. Think if he has difficulty. Think what it's weird that is going to do to he has difficulty. And then think of remembering it, okay? If ever you need to do these as an infinitive, go off the back of je vais. How would you say I'm going to remember it? You know, he's going to remember it. Il va. Your mouth is more familiar with those. Yeah, okay. So have another go at putting those together, and I will write that one out because that was a little fucker. We've done an hour. I'm happy to do an hour and a half, but people go and they need to go. But I'm enjoying seeing people progress. Everything's gorgeous, Wendy. So apart from one thing, well done. That was tough. Well done. So I haven't I didn't realize. It's just the negative of I realized. Je me suis rendu compte. Normal. Je me suis pas rendu compte or je ne me suis pas rendu compte. I'll write it out for those of you. Je ne me suis pas rendu compte. Or already we could say it without the ne. So Wendy has correctly, I said I agreed, and Wendy has correctly sussed that this is going to be j'étais because it's a mental tense. The infinitive to agree, though, is être d'accord, because she said d'accord. Yeah, être d'accord, not en accord, which a lot of people say. So j'étais, change it to what it needs to be there. With what Luke was saying, I think I gave her, with what, avec ce que, very astutely, she's given me ce que, because what, when it's not a question, will be ce que, or ce qui, if you're then going into a verb, but we're going into a person here. Luke, or whoever, was saying, what was my trick I gave Gabby when she was talking about buvez? If you're not sure of the verb, in the was tense, you go to the nous form, so nous disons, and that gave me disait. So that was absolutely lovely. Wendy, can you just give me être d'accord in the appropriate tense? So j'étais, okay, give me the whole thing again. Lovely, 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 good work. If you need to go, that's fine. If you could, just say bye before you go. I'm just going to carry on until people get bored. Lovely. Ben, there's a lot of good stuff going on with you. We're in the very beginning stages of getting advanced, but there's a lot of good stuff going on with you. Okay, you want to stop trying to think in up in your throat, and you want to go longer, though. Let's talk you through the errors. So aujourd'hui is the wrong pronunciation. How do I say to the cinema? Cinema. Put that in the pronunciation for today. So when I asked you to talk about the weather, I asked you to use the expression starting with il, didn't I? So the weather is going to use le temps est, yeah? But I'm asking you to use the expression il, okay? So il fait beau in subjunctive, okay? But well done for getting the subjunctive of faire, but I want il fait beau in the subjunctive again. So now, this is why I don't like no. I don't know if you speak any Spanish or any other like Italian, you've got no or non. The ne doesn't give me the negative, Ben. I'm not negative. J'ai dormi, lovely. Je n'ai dormi, that's not made it negative. That's not remotely made it negative. What is my main negative word, Ben? Yeah, what is my main negative word? Je parle, word. So go again. Don't stress the word, the ne. The no will drop in when you're ready for it. And even then, if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world because we don't use it socially half the time. That's not my negative word. All right, go again. Ray. Lovely. Tout le monde s'est amusé as a link, Ray. Tout le monde s'est amusé is fine, but you teach your children your own accent, don't you? So you're my children, French-wise. So tout le monde s'est amusé, I think is nice than tout le monde s'est amusé, okay? Bien que les boissons, I wouldn't necessarily worry about the E, mais bien que les boissons soient chères. Lovely, okay? Just out of interest for me, Ray, could you spell, out of interest, how I'm going to spell soit and cher? Could you just write the soit cher elements of that sentence, bearing in mind we're talking about les boissons? And then I'll give you something else. Lovely, Gabby. You're gaining in confidence. Parce que le ciel est bleu, je vais me promener. Is that what you said? So I gave you, I'm going to go for a walk. And you gave me, je vais aller me promener. Now, strictly speaking, when you say je vais aller me promener, you're saying, I'm going to go for a walk. The verb to go for a walk is se promener. So be very careful, guys, when you use je vais, that you don't always just put aller after it. I'm going to eat, je vais manger, not je vais aller manger. You can say je vais aller manger, but that's like I'm going to go and eat. Yeah? So although I use the phrasal compound in English, I'm going to go for a walk, All right. I'd like it without the aller. You know, you can say je vais aller me promener, but it's you don't need it all the time. It's just a bad habit to get into, always having aller after je vais. All right. So just give me that again without the aller, Gabby, but good. You're gaining in confidence, my darling. This is good. Your job now is to be a bit lighter and try and go longer. Parce que le ciel est bleu, je vais blank. Okay, keep it a bit more linked. But lovely, Gabby. We're making nice progress. Mike?
C'est bizarre qu'il ait du mal à s'en souvenir.
Yes, Mike. Excellent. C'est bizarre qu'il ait du mal à s'en souvenir. Lovely. So I gave Mike, it's weird that he had difficulty remembering it. Was that what I gave him? Okay. So it's weird. C'est bizarre. Yeah. On its own, fine. It is a speak English, Luke. It's a, what am I trying to say? It's a neutral expression. It's an impersonal expression. Want, need, doubt, fear, impersonal. So c'est bizarre plus que is going to evoke the subjunctive. He has difficulty, we've agreed, it's from the expression avoir du mal à. So that is going to become c'est bizarre qu'il, subjunctive of have, ait du mal à. Remember, the subjunctive is not a different tense, it is a different mood. Okay, c'est bizarre qu'il a du mal à. Now, after an à, you're going to go into an infinitive. The verb to remember is se souvenir de quelque chose. It is what I call an ABC verb. That means a reflexive that then has a preposition on the end that you need to deal with as well. So you've got 3 bits to deal with. If you don't know what an ABC verb is in my methodology, and that's a new term for you, I strongly recommend you email me, logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com, and you let me forward you the correct video. That's really, really so much of French. Now you're all getting into the, you know, the upper intermediate stages and the advanced stages. Some of you is all about that. Okay. Mrs. Shaw will tell you that when you get sort of a little bit higher up and you keep being pushed on this kind of stuff, you know, I'm getting rid of, je me débarrasse de. You know, I look after, je m'occupe de. You have to know how to do the ABC business. So, se souvenir de quelque chose, though, instead of saying de quelque chose, when you get rid of de and the word that comes after de, it becomes an en. So, for example, il a besoin de la crème. He needs the cream. He needs it. Il en a besoin. So I always say X de Y. You know, if you've got the verb, then the de, then the object. Y dans X, as we saw earlier. So I talk about the Russians. Je parle des Russes. Les Russes dont je parle, or something to that effect we did. Ce dont je parle, those I talk about. And we have X en no Y. Yes, you don't need to bother saying the object because you use on instead. So it would be, so subjunctive, qu'il ait du mal à s'en souvenir. Okay? In short, if you're using these verbs that use ABC, like je m'occupe de, je me souviens de, je me débarrasse de, and then you don't use an object, you say je m'en débarrasse, je m'en souviens, je m'en. Okay, good. Wendy? Gorgeous French, Wendy. Je me suis pas rendu compte, mais j'étais d'accord avec ce que Luc disait. Lovely French, Wendy. Okay. My husband didn't agree with what the neighbors had said. Remembering the expression earlier that was il me fait chier, he pisses me off, he makes me shit, can you then do they piss us off? Okay, all right, Mike. So my husband didn't agree with what the neighbours have said. They piss us off. So as a guide, Wendy, he pisses me off. He's il me fait chier. Okay. Can you basically can you modify that for they piss us off? Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. I'm going to wrap up in 12 minutes, just so you know. Ben? No, Ben. Aujourd'hui, je suis content que. What does je suis content que? So you beautifully, Ben. Yeah. You need a free PDF of French expressions. Oh, well, shall I just come and do your exams for you as well? Hi, Akil. I haven't heard from you a lesson, and now you want something. I do French slang videos. If you go right back on the, and I always in the conversation videos, I talk about how to use different registers as other people will tell you, particularly Mike and other people that I work with, both Mike Keys and Mike Island, actually. So I'll say you've got to be aware of the upper register, and you've got to be aware of the street and stuff. So I do talk about that a lot individually in videos, and in personal classes. So what was I saying to Ben? Ben, if you saying je suis content que, whatever comes next is subjunctive. Yeah, you beautifully done fast. Don't forget the subjunctive. Go again. Gabby. Pause. Lovely. So firstly, je vais me promener. Careful with the accent, Gabby. Ma would be he did something to me. So, je vais me promener. Lovely. Then the rest of the French you just used is beautiful. So, je suis censé occuper. Not occuper, occuper. Yeah. Day, baby. S'occuper de. Gabby has just used for us an expression. No, Akil, it's not my job to contact someone on a WhatsApp and send them information. WhatsApp me, yeah, or send me an email, okay, and I will respond, okay, okay, I'm coming, Han, okay, I'm not going to go through the faff and the rigmarole of WhatsApping somebody. If you want something, email me. Goodness gracious me, I'm not a counter. So I'm happy to do it, but from an email, and I'm not a one-stop shop. A bit of engage with me, talk to me, say hi, Luke. I'm enjoying the videos. Right, Akil, I'm not dealing with it. If you watch the video, you'll see it. Okay. Yeah, how you speak to people is a little bit abrupt. And that's coming from me. So lovely. Right. So what am I saying? Yes, so Gabby said, je vais m'occuper. That's better, Akil. Hello first. So je vais m'occuper day, and it needs to be, you need to have of des bébés. Yeah, because the verb is s'occuper de. Yeah, s'occuper de. All right. ABC, Gabby. Gabby needs that. Gabby, if you watch this back, can you logic language learning email me and I'll send you that stuff? Because I don't think I've got your email address. Lovely. Oh, bollocks. What was the rest of her email? Je vais me promener. Oh, bless you. So, Gabby, your accent is getting nice and long, but we need to go deeper into the thing. So I can't remember exactly what you're saying, but juste parce qu'elle est partie, je vais regarder. We need to have a little think, Gabby, and we need a little chat, you and I, one-on-one, about U versus ou and E versus E, and you need to go deeper into French vowels, all right? So, je vais regarder, oui, elle est partie, you know, you need to watch my accent video, all right? Send me an email, Gabby, and say the words ABC and accent trick, and I will know which videos to send you. Yeah, or by all means, just give me another call and I'll sort it out for you. No, Akil, although I'm happy that you said it correctly, vous êtes étudiant, although there's an accent on the E. I'm 41 next birthday with 2 masters and 2 years of a PhD. So no, I'm not a student. I just look like one. It's called being hungover. So honestly, Akil, I'm not being funny. I'm happy to help you, but just I'm not a one-stop shop where you just say, oh, can you WhatsApp me this, please? I'm not going to be frigged to enter your details and do that. Contact me and I'll help you. So, Ray. Yeah, sorry, Ray. Right, so other people are waiting in hand and stuff for new ones as well. I realize this is just what's on the list. So, Ray, can you now give me, okay. He annoyed me. But I'm better now. That's for Ray. Hannibal. Spoke to me in an annoying way. The first one's for Ray, the second one's for Hannibal. 9 minutes and counting. So, Wendy, that sounds correct French. Mon mari n'était pas d'accord avec les voisins avaient dit. Did I give you with what the neighbors said or what the neighbors had said? Lovely, that's correct, yeah. Ce que les voisins, not ce que, so pronunciation, ce que les voisins avaient dit. Lovely, so you gave us beautifully, Wendy. They pissed us off. Ils nous ont fait chier. Look at il fait chier. He does to shit. Make that il in the present tense. So give me, just say the last expression. They piss us off in the present tense. Ils nous ont fait chier. I think you gave me. Yeah, it's the past tense. Give me the present tense. Yeah, normally people prefer to use the present tense rather than the past tense in my lessons. So that was good. You could do the past, but do the present. Okay, lovely. 8 minutes and counting. Ben, I love your voice. Yeah, you said that correctly. That's lovely. What I'd like, j'ai hâte de sortir. So, aujourd'hui, je suis content qu'il fasse beau. J'ai pas beaucoup dormi, mais j'ai hâte de sortir. Try and go long now. Try and keep the warmth you've got in your voice, which is lovely, Ben. I really like your voice. Take it into, ooh, yeah, take it into those places. You need to email me as well, Ben. Keel as well. Okay. You need to email me and you need the accent tip on finding the specific vibrations in the words, but I want you to go along with it. So don't just go oui, je vais. So don't just use the vowel depth individually. Use it to go along a road. Oui, je vais vous parler. Everything you do has got to be a vowel in one go, because Ben, your listening will get a lot faster. Well, not necessarily faster, but your speed of comprehension when you listen will get faster if you can do this, because all we're going to do in French is speak to you in lines all joined up, I'm afraid. That's how it's going to work, all right? So can you email me about that and we'll have a conversation about that. Lovely. I really recommend, I don't push my services as a teacher. I'm more than happy for people to do autodidact stuff. As you know, I give a lot of free time and energy to you all. But I really think, Ben, you should think about at least having a half-an-hour session just to push this length of speaking thing, because it's not about how quickly your brain's working out the French. It's not about the speed of what you're doing. Everything you're trying to aim for grammatically, you're going to remember more if you're going in a smoother way. And there's a lot of people who didn't used to do this who now do this, beautifully. Mrs. Shaw, for example, has a very neat voice in English. But now when she's thinking, she ponders on the words and goes, je vais vous, and it helps her to remember it, okay? So I really recommend You know, I'll give you the off-peak time, you know, but if you could give me, just try and find half an hour. I really recommend that, you know, for your voice, just to really accelerate your learning there. Don't worry about it, Claire. I totally understand. I'm so sorry. Wendy? Love it. So, il nous fait chier, because it's like an E. Don't read it. It's an A verb, isn't it? Chier, like manger. But they, il nous fait, il fait. How do you say, what's the day form of faire? So, Ray has given me, il m'a énervé, mais je suis meilleur maintenant. Now, Ray, firstly, you are another Ben. You are giving me individual words. Il m'a énervé. Does the brain obviously work? Working out ingredients at a time? Yes, it does. But you're not going to develop a muscle memory of where these words, how these words link, unless you give me them linked. So, but you might go, but Luke, I don't know. It's foreign language to me. Even as you're thinking, go, keep it linked, Ray. Otherwise, what you're doing is shortening the vowels. So you think that's clear to a French ear because you're going, you think it's really well pronounced. To a French ear, you're just giving me very little vowel contact. So you would be another one that would benefit from half an hour. You know, I might try and organize it so that you and, if you want to split the cost, you and Ben have half an hour together on Skype with me, and we do an accent workshop. That would be quite good, because basically to the French ear, you're not giving me anything. Yeah, you're saying and the French ear doesn't like that. Yeah, we like to hear longer vowels. So a trick you can do is do the vowel journeys. So take a word, maison, say it back to me just with the vowels, ayant, link them together. Je suis content de te parler. You get used to going through words and listening to vowels. You are giving me the consonants. Yeah? I don't need the consonants. I don't need you to speak as cleanly as this in French. Tu as, j'ai besoin que tu me parles normalement avec l'air qui sort de ta bouche. C'est ça le français, c'est ça la langue française. Tu as, ça va bien sortir de ta... Tu as besoin d'ouvrir le bec et parle, quoi. Tu as, you need to just, with the air, okay? So we'll sort that, Ray and Ben, I think perhaps together. That would be really useful, because you could learn off listening to each other doing it. No, so Ray, il m'a énervé was correct. Was it he pissed me off? I can't remember what your original one was. Yes, it was. Il m'est énervé would be subjunctive. Why am I using il m'est énervé? That wouldn't be an extra verb or AIT in the have. No, il m'a énervé. Now, to be better, the verb to be well-being is aller. Je vais bien. Je vais mieux. Yeah, better. So basically, I used to teach a dumb thing where I used to say, better is two words and it will go to one sound, two syllables, and it will go to one sound in French, so mieux. Or best is one syllable and it will go to two beats in English, in French, so meilleur. But that really was just a kind of, when you're completely lost at speed. That doesn't cover everything. As a general rule, if it's an adverb, it will be mieux. If it's a noun, if it's an adjective dealing with a noun, it will be meilleur. So my best friend is a thing. So mon meilleur ami. In my case, ma meilleure amie. Okay. He speaks better. That's an adverb going with the verb. Il parle mieux. All right. Let me just. I'm not going to give anybody anything else. I'm just going to listen. Good God. 5-2 from Hannibal. Luc aurait dû manger parce que maintenant il est complètement crevé. So you've got a nice length in your voice, Hannibal, but it needs some points of interest. So go up and down in the voice. Luc aurait dû manger parce que maintenant il est crevé. Okay, I need some up and down. Can you hear you going, Luc aurait dû manger parce que So yours is pretty flat. So it's nicely linked. Okay, you can give me more air still, but you need to be going up and down in the melody. So, il m'a parlé dans. So, Hannibal gave me, il m'a parlé dans. When you say anyway, the expression you use is de toute façon, or you could just as well say de toute manière. Lovely. So the preposition of choice that goes with, in a way, in French is with way. Yeah? De quelle manière? De toute manière. De quelle façon? In an interesting way, d'une manière intéressante. Okay? So you're going to use, or de manière intéressante, you're going to use de with way, all right? So no more from anybody else, please. Let me just answer the ones I've got. Wendy Shaw. Yes, ils nous font chier. Chier, Wendy, don't be scared of it. It's just because you read it before you manger chier. Like she, like a woman, chier. All right? Good? Ray? Merci. Good. So well done, every bloody body. Really, really well done. Everybody has upped their game. That's all we can aim for. Anybody watching this, I don't care if your French is at I speak French. Je parle français. I don't care. Come and do it. Everybody here has started at that level. Some of the people here, even though I haven't taught some of them individually, I remember asking questions on YouTube when they were right down low, and it was like basics, okay? And they've absolutely flourished. So come along and have this treatment, even if you are complete. Don't think, oh, well, I'll watch the videos and when I'm better, I'll do this. Use this. Use me doing this. You are just as welcome here, even if you don't understand half of this class. You know, get into the habit of speaking. Absolutely. You know, everybody's anxious. Everybody just get over it. You know, just get over it. Okay. Embrace your fear. Really seriously. I'm an overthinker in life. I always put stuff off. And then I made a big decision about the age of 25 to just go, do you know what? You just waste too much time. So now I deliberately go towards things that intimidate me. So, you know, like if I'm feeling a bit tired and it's like a class with people who are, like I'm talking about dance or horse riding, and it's going to be with people who are really good, and I'm like, I've really got to bring my A game. Go for it. Yeah. Otherwise, you've just got to lie down and die. So come along. You know, you can't just sit there watching YouTube videos going, oh, I'd really like to speak French one day. Come along. All right. Well done, everybody. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next week. All right. So if you need, that's sweet of you, Ben. So if you need any information, as I've just put up there, logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com. If you want to book a class, normally it's over WhatsApp. You're very, very welcome indeed, Wendy. But Hannibal, with all due respect, you know, I will always give people, I will always push people up. So when you say the more complicated translations, that's just because you were starting to get stuff right. I won't go up until you get stuff right. You know, I don't mean that rudely, but there's your incentive to get it right. You know, I will see you. I see the following week. We say in English, the following week. I'll see you guys next time. Good. All right, then. Loads of love.